Hello, Harbor School families. I'm Ronald Hawkins, principal of Capital Prep Harbor Lower School. We are super duper excited about our first week of school. I cannot believe that we're going to kick off our 22-23 school year in just a few days. I wanted to give you information today in preparation for our first week of school. So you're all in the know. And if you have any questions, you're going to have an opportunity to share your questions with me live. The chat, I will open it up shortly after I get through what I got to share with you, because many of the questions you may have, I'm going to answer before you even have a chance to ask me. So hang tight. I will open up the chat and provide an opportunity for you to ask me questions directly. We are streaming live on YouTube as well. So hello, if you're joining me via Zoom or if you're joining me via YouTube. So first day of school, are you excited? Are the kids ready? I hope so. I wanted to go over just a few important things to make sure your son or daughter is successful with their very first day at Capital Prep Harbor School. Most important, well, one of the most important things is uniform. They got to be in school uniform. So that entails crested pants or skirt, crested shirt, white shirt, crested gray sweater for scholars in grades K through 5. If they're in 6th grade, they will wear blue vest, crested as well with our school crest, which is this right here. A black flat belt, black dress shoes. They can be Velcroed or tied, depending on the age. And also earrings. So girls and guys, if they're wearing earrings, it has to be flat to the ear, no bigger than a pencil eraser, which is this. Don't bigger than a pencil eraser. Gold or silver. Gold or silver earring. It's like a ball, flat to the ear, no bigger than a pencil eraser. No bracelets or rings. So jewelry free, other than earring, obviously. So the first day they're going to come, if you're going to be dropped off in the front of the building, I'm going to talk about that first. So scholars, you'll pull up. You can get out of the car with your scholar if you want. Just want to be allowed in the building. I'll be at the front door greeting scholars, welcoming them to school. They'll come in, and then a staff member will be in the hallway. As soon as they cross the threshold, they'll give them their name, what grade they're in, and then they will direct them. For younger kids, they'll escort them to the correct classroom. For the kids that know the school and have been here, they know where to go based on who the illuminator is. So I'll greet them. We'll get them going. If you have school supplies, you can drop it off at the front door with me as well. I have a staff member collect it and walk it to the classroom of your son or daughter. You'll be able to take pictures at the front door with your scholar, with me, with all of us if you want. But you will not be allowed in the building because we have too many moving parts and we want to make sure everyone's safety is secure. If you're arriving in the parking lot, so the parking lot is, you would come on Mill Hill, and then there's a back parking lot gate there. You'll pull into the back gate. Buses will also pull in, not Mill Hill, my apologies, Boston Post Road. They'll come in off Boston Post Road, pull behind the building around to the side of the building. Buses will be on the right-hand side. So if the parking lot is like this, buses are in the right hand, cars are in the left. Cars are closest to the building and the buses are further away from the building. All right, so there are 2 lanes, bus lane, car lane. If you're arriving by car, you'll greet, give your son or daughter well wishes. There'll be staff in the parking lot greeting them. They'll come in the side door. Again, they'll say what their name is, what grade they're in, and then we'll direct them to the classroom. For younger kids, we'll have staff escort them to the classroom. That way they get to the right place at the right time with the right person. If they're arriving by bus, they'll come in through the side door as well. We'll greet them. Many of the kids, that all the new kids will make sure they go to the classroom, again, being escorted because they don't know the building. But you're gonna have an opportunity to come into the building tomorrow. We're having our back to school bash. More about that in a minute. But we'll make sure that the kids, they have a face where someone greets them and they can help them get to the classroom. Okay. So that's entering the building. Entering the building. You can either enter it on the front of the school, which is Mill Hill. Be aware and that if you're new to our school family, this is the main road to the hospital. So think about that. There's always in the morning traffic. All right. Hospital workers getting to work. So just be aware that you need to maybe cushion a little bit of time to ensure that you're on time. The new scholars. So if you're brand new to Capital Prep Harbor Lower School, you've never been to our school before, your first date is this Monday, August 22nd. All right. For returning scholars, your returning date is on Thursday, August the 25th. So we wanted to provide an opportunity for our new scholars to acclimate to our building, to our systems and procedures, and they're all going to be new for 3 days together, which is really high. So the staff is creating 3 days of awesomeness. They're going to go to class. They're going to experience advisory and, of course, all school. So that's what the first 3 days look like only for new scholars, only new scholars. All right. So they're coming 22nd, 23rd, 24th, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. For returning scholars, they're coming in on Thursday and Friday. Remember that the first week of school is half days. So dismissal is at 12 o'clock. We start dismissal as early as 11:30. And the reason being is it provides a cushion because we have kids going on the bus. We have kids getting picked up in the front and we got kids getting picked up in the parking lot. So it's a little, especially the first day and the first couple of weeks, actually, it's just be patient with us. We want to make sure every kid is safe and that they're being picked up by the correct person. All right. Which brings me to IDs. If you're picking up a scholar, you will need your photo ID to say you are who you say you are. All right. We're going to make sure that every kid that is picked up by the correct adult. If there's someone that's going to be picking them up that's not on the contact list, you need to communicate that with Miss Christina in the main office. I'll give you our office number, which is 860-969-3300. Okay, so you're picking up me from school, my mom or dad, auntie, uncle, whoever is picking me up. They got to have a photo ID and they have to be on the release form. Let's talk about when the returning scholars come back on Thursday and Friday, they're going to have the same schedule. They're going to be going to their first period class. They're going to experience advisory, 2 classes, and all school. All school just for new families and the returning families as well. Just so you remember, all school is a time where the entire school community comes together and we celebrate. The first week of school, we're going to be focusing on our learner expectations, which is the acronym CPREP, collaborator, problem solver, researcher, informational processor, empathetic citizen, and pillar of knowledge. So we're going to be talking about those in all school. And of course, all school is never complete without a good competition. And we all know that the best house at Capital Prep schools is the House of Perry. Okay. If your son or daughter says anything about House of Perry, it's lies, and apple pies. All right. So we'll talk more about houses. I'll actually have your son or daughter talk to you more about houses and the house competitions here at Capital Prep. It's a fun part of our school community, and we always do some type of competition at all school. If you are new to our family, Capital Prep family, and your son or daughter has an IEP or a 504, Ms. Christina and the office staff has been working tremendously hard this summer when you're registering your new son or daughter to our school to make sure we have complete paperwork. It's imperative that we have this information because in order for your son or daughter to be successful, we got to know where they are and what services they need to support them because we're a community and we support each other. So again, if your son or daughter has an IEP or a 504, please make sure that we have that paperwork That way we can ensure that the services are going to be provided right on time and as soon as we get going. All right. Any questions about that, you can reach out to the main office as well. What time does school start? You ready for this? Bright and early. Early bird gets the worm. Don't forget that. So the school day starts Monday through Friday. Scholars are in their seats, sitting, ready to go at 7:30. I, as a parent, would have my kid here no later than 7:20, but that's just me. But they have to be seated and ready to learn at 7:30 because we got a lot of learning to do, a lot of teaching, a lot of learning. In order to facilitate and to make up and to bring these kids up to grade level, we need your support in making sure that your son or daughter is on time to school. The door open, both doors, side door and front door, opens as early as 7:05. So you can drop your kid off as early as 7:05. They need to make sure that we provide free lunch and breakfast, air high fives for that. That's good right there. All right. So if you're not feeding your son or daughter at home, they have free breakfast. However, breakfast ends at 7:25. Breakfast ends, nada, no más, at 7:25. So if they're going to have school breakfast, you got to make sure they're here between 7:05, 7:25 is the cutoff for breakfast. All right. School instruction is starting promptly at 7:30. School dismissal, excuse me, Monday through Thursday in a regular school day. Okay. Remember the first week, it's half days. We dismiss at noon. The following week, our first full day, full week. The school day ends at 3:30. So the school starts 7:30 and school ends at 3:30. Buses will be rolling out. I'll be sending parents square messages if the buses are running late. The first couple of weeks of school, I'm going to text you and say, bus 3 on the roll, bus 4 on the roll, bus 2 on the roll, etc. That way you can sort of gauge what time that they're leaving the parking lot. Generally, they're pulling out of the parking lot no later than 3:32. We try to keep the buses tight and right because we know you're at the bus stop waiting for them. If there's a delay, I'll let you know. Bus 4 running behind. Usually they don't tell me how much, like how many minutes they're running behind. They'll just say, Hawk, bus is running late. And then I'll just tell you. What I know, I always communicate with you. So if they say buses are running 10 minutes late, I'll just say, hey, bus 4 is running 10 minutes late to school. I'll text you when they pull out from the parking lot. So school time, 7:30, Monday through Friday. Dismissal on Friday, every Friday is 12 o'clock noon. Means your kid is being picked up by 12 o'clock noon. Again, we start dismissal usually around 11:30 because we have 435 kids to get out of the building safely. Let's talk about school dismissal. We talked about coming in the building. Dismissing. Similar to coming to school, arriving to school. Except you will announce yourself when you pick up your son or daughter. So I'm going to come pick up my daughter, Oslo. I'd say, hi, I'm Ron Hawkins. I'm picking up Oslo, and we're going to ask you their grade that they're in because we're getting, especially for new families, we're getting to know you. And for returning families, we're old. Okay, we forget what grade, Ron was in last year. It's been the summer. All right, so they're going to say, who's your son or daughter? Her name is Oslo. She's in 3rd grade. And then someone will radio Oslo 3rd grade to the front door or to the parking lot. Okay, so remember, you can pick them up either at the front door or in the parking lot in your car. For kindergarten families, where are my K people? Give me your high fives, shine, love. All right, kindergarten families. Kindergarten has a side door in addition to a side door. So we have 2 side doors. We have a gray one and a white one. The grayest side door is a side door that kindergarten will come out of. So we call it the kindergarten door. You'll go there, you'll announce your name. Hi, I'm Ron Hawkins. I'm picking up Oslo Hawkins. And they'll ask for my ID. Here's my ID. And then they'll say Oslo Hawkins, Oslo, and then Oslo comes and we walk out and we're happy and she's telling me all about her day at school. Okay. So kindergarten, if you're picking up in the parking lot, you need to go to the gray door with your ID. Everybody needs an ID to pick up their kid. Name, grade, and we'll take it from there. Snacks. During the first week, remember our dismissals at 12, no snack time. When we have a full week of school, kids have snack time. It's during the afternoon and it's in a class. So it's a working snack. They're not just chilling for 15 minutes and eating a snack. They're doing something. So maybe they're doing a silent reading and they can eat a snack as well. All right. We are peanut-free school, so no peanut products. All right. No peanut products because obviously food allergies. If your son or daughter has a food allergy, please make sure we know that. We'll make sure that we update that in our SIS, our Power School system. The nurse needs to be informed, and of course, food services. If you're wondering, like, what are they having for lunch today? Lunch is always provided on our website. The menu is provided, I should say, on our website at capitalprepharbor.org. All right. So if you want to find out what's the kids are having for lunch next week, check it out at capitalprepharbor.org. Remember, no nuts, nut free. Breakfast and lunch, as I mentioned earlier, is free. We got an amazing grant a few years ago from the government, and it allows us to provide free lunch and free breakfast to all scholars. Okay. So they will have a lanyard with an ID, and on this ID, it's going to have their name, their grade, their contact number. So make sure your contact information is up to date all the time. If you move, make sure we have your updated address. Emails, phone numbers change a lot. So make sure that we have the most recent and updated contact information. But that's going to be on your kid's lanyard. Also, their ID for food. So even though it's free, we have to report to the government. So they'll have an ID number. So 2222, they'll enter this digit on a keypad. Then they'll get their lunch or breakfast and they're on their way. I need your help practicing their lunch ID number with your kid. It'll be on their lanyard, but if you can help us with them memorizing it, that would be amazing because it'll make the lunch line much quicker. They just type in their digits and they're on their way. We've already talked about dismissal, me communicating with you. I'll be doing it via Parent Square. If there's delays, when the buses are rolling, especially the first few weeks of school. Medicine. If your son or daughter takes medicine every day that's prescribed by a doctor, we need to have that here at school, especially if they're taking it during school. It needs to go to the nurse. So let's say I'm bringing my kid to the school Monday, and they're brand new, and they have an inhaler for asthma. So I'm going to collect it at the door. If you have a Ziploc bag, that would be very helpful for me. Write your name on the Ziploc bag or your scholar's name, your kid's name on the Ziploc bag, put the inhaler in there, make sure that the nurse has the directive from the doctor. That's really important. Seal it, and then I will give it to the nurse. The nurse will also be in the main lobby, but any medicine that your son or daughter will be taking here at school, we need a directive, and obviously we need the medicine. The nurse is Nurse Fawali. Fawali is our school nurse, wonderful lady. If you have any questions about medicine, please make sure you reach out to her and just call the main office. I'll give you the number again, which is 860-969-3300, Nurse Fawali. You've done an amazing job, amazing. Big air high fives for this. With your physicals, you just got to make sure that if there's any physicals that your son or daughter, maybe they're having their physical in September, as soon as you get that information, the doctor needs to complete the blue form and you'll bring that in, or you can have your son or daughter bring it in as well. Just if it's a younger kid, like kindergarten, first grade, even maybe second grade, I would call Christina. or send her an email and just say, hey, just want to let you know Ron has his updated physical. All right. Or you can obviously drop it off to me at the door in the mornings. Summer projects. This summer, every summer, scholars have summer projects. I think they're really cool because it gets them out and moving and, doing a lot of cool things. I think science had the coolest, to be honest, the passport, all these free museums, different activities they could do actually in their yard. But anyway, we want to make sure that all scholars have completed their summer projects. They have until August the 26th, which is the fourth Friday of August. It's August 26th. I forget which number, but still, I think it's the last Friday of August. All right. August 26th, they'll need to make sure that they've completed their summer projects. Math, science, ELA. Math, science, ELA. There are 3 content areas and there are projects in all of them. All right. If you have questions about that, you can reach out to me directly via email or Ms. Christina here in the main office or Dr. Mitchell, our academic dean. One of the most important things you can do as a parent right now is establishing a routine. All right. I thought about doing this Sunday night and I was like, nah, like I want to know this sooner. And I could be like getting Oslo ready for school. How can I do this more effectively? Getting them in a routine. I'm not going to lie. We're all human, right? I've been staying up a little bit later than I would normally stay up because it's been the summer. My schedule has been different, but now's the time to get them in the routine. So if they're going to be going to bed at 8 o'clock, I would transition them starting tonight. So when Sunday night comes around, it's not like a tug of war at your house. Hopefully it'll save you less stress. So start getting them into a routine of going to bed early. If you're going to get them breakfast, start setting them up for success, and that can starting tonight. All right. So make sure they get a great night of rest. We are having a fantastic, exciting welcome back to school bash tomorrow, 1 o'clock, starting in the parking lot. All right. Bring your son or daughter, get ready to have a good time. There's going to be a lot of activities there, face painting, bouncy house, food. The food is $1, so bring a little bit of cash. The other activity is only food and drinks you have to pay for. Everything else is free. Miss Christina, air high fives to her. She's done an amazing job organizing this event. It's always something we look forward to. COVID, Lord, like wet on it the other year because we couldn't do it. So this is our first year having the back to school bash as we typically have had it, minus the dunk tank. I'm not getting dunked this year. Woo! So that's going to be tomorrow, starting from 1 o'clock until 3 o'clock. We look forward to seeing you there. And this brings me to the next point. You're going to be able to check out your son or daughter's classroom. So the staff, they've been working feverishly today, getting their classrooms together. They're not quite there yet. They have a little time tomorrow, but you'll be able to see actually the classroom, meet the illuminator. Hey, if you wanted to bring some school supplies, you could drop it off tomorrow as well. But you'll have an opportunity to meet the staff, the admin, other kids. I really, really encourage you to meet other families tomorrow. Like if you're new to Capital Prep, one of the things I think we do amazing well is we build community, and you're going to sense this family. Like we are a family of one. So get out there, meet other people, meet other kids, because the kids are going to be talking and hey, tomorrow, Monday is my first day. It's my first day too. What's your name? My name is Ron. What's your name? Sally. Okay, cool. So they have a name and a face even on the first day. All right. Get a good night's rest. The other thing, uniform. Lay out your son or daughter's uniform the night before or before. You can do it Saturday. You can do it today. But you want to make sure that you have all components of the uniform. I don't want my son running through the house going, I can't find my belt. And it's literally 7:18. And we got 10 minutes to get to school. So have them lay out their uniform. They'll take pride in that, right? Have them lay it out. It looks amazing. We are the sharpest dress school in Connecticut. Yeah, I said it. So have them lay out their uniform, pants, sweater, shirt, belt, black. I don't have on black socks there. I would show you. Black socks, all right, and black dress shoes, all right? Have them take pride in the uniform because they look really, really hot and amazing. All right. So lay out the uniform the night before. That'll help you and them. If they can't find something, they're going to be screaming through your house. And you'll be like, come on, I'm running. I got to go to work. You're making me late. So don't do that. Just relax. All right. On a serious note, I want you to talk to your kids. When I was growing up, many of you may or may not know, I'm a concert pianist. And I would be, before I became a principal, I was touring the world as a pianist. And I would remember in the very beginning, I would tell my mom, oh, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. And she would say, don't worry, you'll be fine. Well, that's cool, but I want kids to talk to you about how they feel, right? So if I say, I'm really scared to go to school tomorrow, my first day, I'm scared, it's a new school. Ask them more questions. What are you scared about? And if you feel that way, what are some ways that you can work through that in the moment? I'm scared of my new teacher. Okay, what makes you scared? Well, I don't know them. Okay, what are ways you're going to meet her or him tomorrow? What are ways that you would feel more safe? What are ways that would make you feel better, less scared? Introducing myself. That's a great way. Telling them my favorite color. Great. What's another strategy? I could tell them about my dog so that the kid becomes comfortable in a new environment. I want every kid in this building to always feel loved and seen. And one of the things we have to do as a school community is communicate. And I think the more transparent kids are with you, and you're guiding them, you're coaching them up, because we all have been there, right? Let's be honest. We've all been scared. New job, new marriage, new car, afraid someone's going to hit you, new school. So think about when they're talking, it's okay that they feel that way, and give them strategies of moving through it. So when it does happen, that they have, oh yeah, I talked to mama, dad, auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa, and this is what I said. All right. Hopefully that's helpful. The other thing is focus on positive aspects. Encourage your child to redirect their attention away from worries, right? And towards the positive. You're going to have a great day today. You're going to be amazing people. You look amazing in your uniform. You look like a model. Are you a model? Today, you only have a half day. You got this. Coach them up. Get them excited about what are you going to learn today? I can't wait to see you at 12:01 because I want you to tell me, what did you learn? Have them encourage that conversation. This is another one. Hey, son, how was school? It was good. And then that would be it. So push your kids. What was good about it? Well, I made friends. I ate lunch with whoever, Andy and I, this new kid, Andy, he just moved here from Jamaica. And he's talking about the foods and different things in his culture. Like, you want kids to talk more about how was school opening it. It was good. No, it wasn't. Tell me what's good about it. Or today wasn't good. Why not? All right. What happened? So you're investigating, but you're creating a narrative where kids, they know that they're being heard, and they're going to give you a lot of information. So always focus on the positive aspects of everything that they're doing. We have several events coming up starting in September. They're kicking off in September. Night out events at Harbor. They're monthly. The first one is in September. It's an opportunity for you to come into the building. Finally, air high fives for that. I've been missing having families in the meeting, in the building. It's all been on Zoom. So each month there's a themed event. So ELA night, math night, family game night, science night, health and fitness night. So there are themed events. We've shared that schedule. You'll also get more reminders about events that are coming up via Parent Square. If you're not getting Parent Square messages, we got to make sure your contact information is up to date in the computer, but you also have to subscribe to Parent Square, which is an app on Android or Apple. It probably works better on Apple. Just saying. All right. Then the roundtable with Principal Hawkins. Principal Borders is our new principal at Upper School. Air high fives to Principal Borders. We're going to be working collaboratively around these roundtables. Some of them are more K-6 appropriate, and some of them are more 7-12 appropriate. So we're going to tag team on a couple of them where it's school-wide K-12 appropriate. And we've already shared out that schedule as well. They're monthly on Wednesdays. Roundtables with the principal. It's roundtables with Principal Hawkins and Principal Borders. And this is where we dive into academics as a parent. So we're looking at their data. I'm teaching you how to read NWA parent report. We're strategizing of difficult behavior. What are steps? So there's a lot of opportunities for us to work collaboratively with these roundtables. And that brings me with all my to do what I need to talk about. So I'm going to give myself a big check because I covered everything I said I was going to talk about. And now I'm going to answer your questions. So the chat is open. Let me go here and start reading. All right, here we go. Is there going to be a parent-teacher board? And if so, how can we be a part of that? Great question. So, welcome to all new fans. Oh, thank you, CC. I see you. All right. So, we don't PTO or PTA. Some schools have PTO. Some schools have PTAs. We at Capital Prep, we have a parent engagement team. So the answer to your question is yes. And if you're interested, I need to know. Send me an email. I'll put my email in the chat, which is easy. It's Ronald.Hawkins. Can I type and talk at the same time? Hawkins at capitalprep.org. All right. If you're interested in joining the parent engagement team, please, please, please just send me an email. Parent engagement. I'm interested. What I'll do is I'll collect that. Also, if you can tell me like what days and times work best for you, obviously it's going to be after school. All right. So like Thursdays at 5 or Thursday after 5 works for me. Just letting me know the day, because whatever the day, the predominant voice is, like if I have 10 people say Thursday and 2 people say Monday, then we're going to do it on Thursday. But this is one of the things is we don't have offices as far as like, you know, PTO president. The student engagement is a team. It's a team of parents that come together. They talk about things they want to see done in the school, and then they create the action that needs to be taken to create it. So for instance, I'll give you an example. In the very beginning, we don't have the space for a playground because we have more asphalt. So we were like, well, what can we do? So the parents decided that they would buy, it's called Playwork, and it's like Lego parts or Lego blocks, big Lego blocks that kids can play at recess, and they can play with on a blacktop or in the grass. So that was a solve because we don't have the space either for a playscape. So if you wanted to do like a dance or a fundraiser, it's things like that that you want to engage with the school community, but it's parent-led. I'll attend the meeting, but I'm going like the first couple, I'll get you guys rolling, and then I take the back burner, and then I'm just listening to ideas. And if you need input, I'm happy to give that. But what I like about it is it needs to be parent led versus admin led. Let's see what other questions I have. You're welcome. I noticed the names are not on the vest this year. That is correct. So we changed vendors. We're using Flanagan O'Hara as our uniform vendor this year. We originally had a local vendor, and he would be able to embroider the vest sweaters. For us, however, Flanagan O'Hara doesn't do that. We are actively looking for a local partner that can embroider the kids' names on the sweater. So we've heard from you parents from all the schools, the Bronx, Harlem, Ann Arbor, about getting that done. Know that the ops team, the operations teams, they're looking for different vendors right now. It's just finding the right vendor that can do it really quickly. What I want, if you want to know my opinion, I love for someone to come here one day and like it would be like kindergarten and they would do all the kindergarten sweaters. The next day, first grade, they would do all the first grade. That way there's no delay time for you as a parent. You get the sweater the same day. But that's something that we're still working on. And I'm sure there's going to be a solve for that really soon. Another question, can kids use uniform bought last year, but still new? Absolutely. If you have a Capital Prep Harbor uniform, it doesn't matter which vendor it's from, you can still wear it. Absolutely. Are there any after school programming? Great. Oh, air high fives for this question. So we have teamed up with the Sheehan Center. If you've never been to the Sheehan Center, you got to check it out. It's amazing, amazing. I had the opportunity to tour it this past spring with their executive director. It was hot. Like if I was a kid, I'd want to go there. So anyway, we teamed up with the Sheehan Center, and the Sheehan Center is an after-school program for our scholars. They bus the scholars from school to the Sheehan Center, and then you can pick them up. We don't have after-school programs here at school. We outsource that to the Sheehan Center. They have basketball, swimming pool. If your kids like, I think it's 6th grade and older, they have this stock room, which is amazing. They have like this ticker going around the entire room. The kids learn about money, investments, stock, 401ks. Like I was like, what, as a 6th grader? But anyway, it's pretty amazing. But they have arts and crafts, movies. They bring different artists in that do certain like dancing, drumming. It's a fantastic program. So if you haven't checked them out, it's the Sheehan Center here in Bridgeport. There is a fee, just so you know, there is a fee for it, but they have a fantastic after school program, and that's what we use. All right, I ordered the elastic. This is for our young kids. Elastic pants for my son. It doesn't require a belt. Is that okay? The answer is yes. For the elastic pants, there is no belt. All right, they'll just pull their sweater below the elastic, but no trouble there. The uniform vendor. So the uniform vendor doesn't have ties. They have, thank you. They have bow ties. So we have traditional ties. Today we are working in the building. That's why I have on a polo versus a suit. But anyway, they're traditional ties, so the long ones, but now they have the bow ties. So they have bow ties versus the long tie. That is correct. Let's see, what was the other thing? What is the fee for the Sheehan Center? I don't know the fee because it's based off how many days you're going to send your son or daughter. Some parents, they send their kids there 5 days a week. Some only send them there on Friday because remember, we have a half day. We get out at 12 on Fridays. So they only use the Sheehan for 1 day a week on Friday. So I would contact the Sheehan and ask them for their pricing and see if that can work for you and your family. But reach out to them directly. All right, keep it going. So this question, what are the school shoes, lace or no lace? All right, so if the kids are K2, this is about asking about lace shoes versus Velcro shoes. If kids are in K2, they're allowed to wear Velcro shoes. So it's a black dress shoe with Velcro that comes over and they just pull it off. For 3-6, it would be a lace shoe. However, there are some kids that you would need to have a conversation with me that still struggle with tying their shoes. We can talk about that privately to see if we can get them into a Velcro shoe. Say that fast. But K2 Velcro is accepted. For 3-6, it would be lace, not unless we had a conversation and I would work with you. I hope that helped. Last year, my daughter wasn't allowed to wear a sweater in class. What is a good alternative that the school will allow? All right, so this deals with wearing outside garments over the uniform. The scholars are allowed to wear Capital Prep gear in the class, not in the hallway. So we have, I don't have one here in my office, a Capital Prep, it's like a fleece. They can wear it in the class if they get cold. But in the summer, we have obviously air conditioning, which is a good thing. Air high fives for that. We used to not have air conditioning. So they're in their dress, they have their Oxford, they have a sweater, and then if they're still cold, they could wear a fleece, but it has to be a Capital Prep fleece, and they can only wear it in the classroom. They cannot wear it during a transition. When they transition in the hallways, they have to be just strictly in Capital Prep gear. Let's see. A parent just shared with me there are no longer sleeves for 6th grade girls on the website. Thanks for letting me know. I'm going to take a note of that, and I'll have our ops team look. Sleeves 6th grade. Thanks. I will let our 6th grade, our ops team know. They may be sold out, but I will definitely find out about that for you. If you don't mind, Norma, if you can just send me an email or call me tomorrow, I'll have a follow-up for you, okay? I just don't know the answer right now. What if they don't have lace Velcros? Yeah, the shoe would have to be laced or Velcroed. Yes, that's right, for laced or Velcroed. The sweaters are available now at Flannan O'Hara. The new vendor doesn't have sweaters, you think? I think the question is that the vendor doesn't have the sweater. I'm not sure if you're speaking of the sweater or the fleece. I did hear that they did not have the fleece, and we're looking at outsourcing that. Is out of stock. All right, Timothy's mom, thank you for letting me know. If you don't mind, just give Christina a call and let her know, and we can follow up with a uniform company. It sounds like there's a couple of things, takeaways for me. We're gonna find out about the long sleeve shirts for the girls, the fleece, and the vest. All right. Do you guys have any other questions for me? Gym clothes. You're welcome. Okay. The next one is about gym clothes. So the kids K through 4, they will have specials and they alternate. So they'll have 2 specials. Let me give you an example. I may have PE and art from now until January. And then in January, I may have music and Spanish. And then I'll have that until the end of the year. So the kids are going to switch mid-year, whatever their specials are. We've been working with Flannan O'Hara was our vendor in Hartford, and the kids did have gym uniforms. We've been working with them this summer. We have not finalized that yet, but I see that down the pike really soon, to be honest with you. But I would definitely like to get the kids, so the days that they have gym, they would be able to wear their gym uniform. We're not there yet, but it's definitely something we've had a couple of conversations about this summer, and they're working on it. Do pants need the school logo? The answer is yes. It needs to be crest, which is the shield here, back here. They have to be crested khaki pants, correct? All right. Well, I appreciate you spending a little time with me this afternoon. I know it's going to be an amazing year. We have a lot of work to do. And the only way we're going to be able to do this really well is with you. I need you. I really do. And I mean that sincerely. I need to make sure our kids are at school every day, and on time. In order for us to close this achievement gap, we've got to work in tandem together. They're going to have homework. I need you to be on your kid, making sure, hey, did you have homework tonight? No? Oh, let me check. All right. We're going to do a session with Power School, so you'll be able to see assignments, their grades. But kids, they have to do the work. The staff, they are working really hard to make sure, and they're teaching. They are, trust me, they're teaching. But we got to make sure that the kids are doing their part, and that we need your support, making sure that you're following through with them at home. Kids will always have homework. All right. If they tell you they don't have homework, you call me, because it's not true. They need to be reading every day. They're going to have paper homework, like now that the copiers are rocking. They're going to have digital homework, iExcel, iReady, Zearn, Math Accelerator. That we just need to make sure that they're doing it, because you're also going to be getting progress reports every other week, where you know how well your son are doing is academically. And if they're not meeting the mark, then we need to figure out what is happening. Like, why aren't they doing the work? How can we support them? How can we support you? But we really got to get a little bit tighter in partnership, especially with the academics. We just got to improve their scores, and we need your help in that and with that. Okay. All right. Well, again, thank you. We are excited to see you tomorrow from 1 to 3 in the parking lot. It's going to be amazing. Make sure you bring a couple bucks for if you're going to buy food, drinks. I think ice cream is going to be here as well. Maybe you can buy me an ice cream. Just easy. Or maybe not. So anyway, we're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. The first day of school for new scholars, remember, is Monday. All right, Monday. Returning scholars are returning on Thursday. All right. So we look forward to seeing you. As always, if you ever need anything, reach out to me. You can give me a call at 860-969-3300. You can always email me or Parent Square. Parent Square, if you need something, like especially during dismissal, send me a text and I'll respond. Okay. All right. I appreciate every single one of you. I look forward to meeting you in person, face-to-face time. Look forward to that. Until next time, I am Ronald Hawkins. Take care and have a good night. See you soon. Bye-bye.